Hello there, guys, and happy Thursday. I am always delighted that you come and you join me this evening. I want to thank all of the viewers, the guests, and the supporters. Without you guys, there would be no Indie Spotlight Philly, so shout out to y'all. I'm your host, Shayrenee, and I want you to take a look at the two links in my Instagram bio. The first one is to my YouTube page entitled The Indie Spotlight Philly. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and review the Indie Spotlight Philly YouTube channel. Now, if you subscribe to me, I will subscribe back to you. You can see all of the latest and the past episodes of the Indie Spotlight Philly. Also, check out the Indie Spotlight Philly podcast, available on Anchor.fm, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. They just told me that my podcast is available on a few more podcast platforms. I'll get back to you with that information. I have uploaded the first season of the Indie Spotlight Philly podcast with 20 episodes. I'm going to try to upload the second and the third season, hopefully sometime in August or beyond. Just don't quote me on it. I've been very busy. But tonight's episode of the Indie Spotlight Philly Thursdays, happening on Instagram Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be a stellar one. We have magician Randy Shine on, and he's actually in the room now, so I will invite him to the camera and start the interview. Hey,
Hey, how are you?
how are you? It's nice. I'm glad to actually finally meet you.
Same
So,
here, Shayrenee. Is that right, Shayrenee?
yes, yes.
That's good.
So first I want to tell you thank you very much for being very reachable for I can be able to do this interview with you. And I've never had a magician on. So that is very, very that is very, very exciting to me.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So what I first wanted to ask was, where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. That's where I'm from.
Yes. Great, great, because I'm in Philadelphia, PA, and that's where I'm from, born and raised. Um, so what part of Philadelphia are you from?
Mount Airy. Actually, I was born in West Oak Lane, lived in Mount Airy.
Yeah. Cool. And so tell me, how did you come up with the name? Is it Randy Shine? Is that how I say it?
Yeah, everyone always asks, how do you pronounce the name? And my response is, you pronounce the name either Rand, Randy. Some people even call me Randeshine. but
Oh,
how did I come up with the name? And you are the first person on all the interviews and podcasts I was on who asked that. Then my name is Randy. My middle name is David. And so that's how I got the Rand apostrophe D.
yeah, yeah. I like it. It's very memorable. I like it. So could you tell everyone where they can find you at on social media, or how they can contact you, or just find all of your stuff, everything that you've done,
Okay. So obviously Instagram, it's Ran_magic. That's RAN_magic. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all social media platforms. I streamlined it. So Ran_magic. But my website is randyshine.com, www.randyshine.com, and that's spelled RANDYSHINE, because it would not allow me to use the apostrophe D. So I have to use Randy Shine. And you can find my website there. I mean, my website. And Rand Shine is my YouTube. So you can find it. Just streamline it. Randy Shine, Rand Magic. You'll find me. Particularly if you just go to Rand Magic. Rand_magic.
Great, great. Do you have any merch for sale?
No, I don't have any merch. Oh, actually, you know what? I do. I'm sorry. Yes. I just released a magic ebook for beginners. If anyone wants to learn some basic magic, I have a magic ebook. If you go to my Instagram page and hit the link, and the link tree, you'll find where you can purchase the ebook. And I just finish film, and actually it's ready. I just got to put it up there. A magic video for beginners, teaching you tricks that you can do with items you can find at home. So if you have any children who are interested in magic, this is perfect for them. If you are an adult and you're interested in magic and doing some things for your friends at work or something like that, this is for you. These tricks are just like really good tricks, even though they're easy to learn. They're really good tricks.
Yeah, I like that because like I know a lot of people like they have parties and they have events and they don't think about having a magician there or doing magic tricks. And that's really something that is special and awesome and that I seen or that I watched and grew up with always watching it as a child
Right.
on TV and stuff like that. So wow, that's awesome. That is really, really great. So you have a magic for beginners video and you have a book. I mean, an
Yes,
ebook, right?
an ebook. So you don't even have to wait for that or the video. As soon as you
Mhm.
hit the pay button, it'll be emailed to you. So you can jump right in and start learning some very cool tricks.
Great, great. So tell me a little bit. So I know that you were with Penn and Teller. Tell
Yes.
me a little bit about your experience with Penn and Teller.
Okay, yeah, that was a wonderful experience. They have a show called Penn and Teller Coolest where they have magicians all around the world come on that show and perform. And I was asked to come on there and perform for them for the show. And it was just a great experience to be on that stage, those professional cameras and lighting and seeing how things really run behind the scenes. And to me,
Hmm.
that's magical because if you've ever been on the set of a movie production or a TV show, it's quite different than what you see on TV. And that's
Hmm.
not in a bad way. It's just quite different. You see all the things that's going on and people running around. So I did that. And in 2020, Penn and Teller was doing another show called Try This at Home during the pandemic. And so their show was shut down because of the pandemic, like everything else. So what they did was they reached out to magicians and say, "Hey, we're doing this TV special. Try this at home, and you're going to be home, but you're going to perform for the viewing audience, and we're going to be hosting from our home." And so I was asked to be on that, and that was really cool. That was really cool in coordinating that, and I created the special piece for that show. And you can find that on my YouTube page. You can find that. I think it's like the second video on my YouTube page that you can see that trick, and it's an interactive trick. That's the beautiful thing about it. You can literally watch that, and I will read your mind. That's the cool thing.
Oh, it's like one of those where you participate in.
Yes, you participate in the trick. Yes.
Wow, wow. Great, great. So we definitely have to look out for that. And you said that's on your YouTube page?
Yes, that's on my YouTube page. Yes, it is.
Great. That's on your YouTube page. So we'll be able to look at it whenever you have time or whenever everybody can watch it at their own pace.
Yeah.
So that's great, great, great. So tell me what inspired you to be a magician?
See, unlike most magicians became interested in magic when they were a child, and
Mm.
they normally say the same things. I was shy, I was a social outcast, I didn't play sports. I was a well-adjusted kid. I didn't have any of those problems. I got interested in magic when I was in graduate school at Penn State. Yes, and me and a couple of friends we used to just do card tricks. Actually, one of my fraternity brothers, I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, one of my fraternity brothers showed me a trick. I was like, yo, this is awesome. And I was TAing a class because I was in, as I said, in graduate school. And after one of the classes, one of the students showed me a magic trick because he owned a magic shop. So we decided to form a magic club at Penn State. And the interesting thing about it was we convinced the university to give us money to go to magic conventions and buy magic supplies that we needed to build or create. So that was my initial introduction to magic. After I graduated, I moved to South Africa. And I was
Wow.
in South Africa for about a year. I was working for the University of the Western Cape in Cape Town, South Africa. Now, I really didn't have
Mm.
any interest in being a magician at that time, but in Cape Town, I found this place called the College of Magic. And it's the only place in the entire world that is an institution where you can go and learn magic. So I convinced them to let me teach the beginner's course as a visiting professor instructor there at the College of Magic. And so it was a great time. I had a great time, but while I was there, I was also absorbing what was being taught down there. And this school, this institution is awesome. They just don't learn magic. They learn stage production. And that's one of the things I thought was really cool. They learn the business side of magic. And so I was just absorbing all that information, came back to the United States, picked up a job, left that job, ended up at the University of Pennsylvania. And I was working first in the Department of Nursing doing research. Then I transitioned to the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics doing research. At the same time, I was working on my doctoral degree in public health. After 2 years of doing that, I said, I want to do magic for a living. So I left all that. And for the past 17 years, I've been performing 27 different countries, both at President Obama's inaugurations. But most importantly, I paid off all of my student debt doing magic.
So first I want to say you have really what is it? You have a really amazing story, amazing journey on how you started doing magic and what you were doing. And you're also a business person or an entrepreneur. You
Right.
know, like as I'm listening to you, as I'm listening to you talk, and as I'm listening to everything that you've got done, like you've got a lot of stuff done for yourself. And you
Right.
said you paid off your college, and you got the college to sponsor or to fund you doing magic, and then you started working for the college that you started going to in Cape Town. So
Well,
yes, I would say you're a successful entrepreneur as well. But go
yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so actually, when I was in Cape Town, I was working for the University of Western Cape, but
Oh, okay.
I found the
Oh,
College of Magic, and I convinced them to let me teach there on the weekends
okay.
while I was working at the University of Western Cape. But still, it's all the same thing. We just didn't separate the colleges. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think your journey is very amazing and inspiring too. To anyone who is a self starter, who is starting their own business, who's starting something not like you said, not at the beginning or not when they're young or when they got into school and stuff like that. It's very inspiring. So wow,
Thank
it's really nice to talk to someone and actually see their story and see their journey. You see their page, you see what they're doing, but you have no idea about their journey and what they do. And different journeys inspire different people. So
you.
I'm really glad you were able to share that with me.
That is very much so true. And in the entertainment business, I like to share this with everyone who's listening.
Sure. Hmm.
Most people think that, in the entertainment business, it's called entertainment business because there's more letters in business than businesses on magic business. I say it's more letters in business than magic. But entertainment business, you got to focus on the business aspect. And there are a lot of artists. I don't care if you're a poet, magician, singer, dancer, DJ, whatever, uh, who are, let's say, known. They're celebrities. They're well known. They're easily recognizable. But then you hear those stories normally after they die or something tragic, and you find out, wow, this person was broke. But then on the flip side, you have these people who are not known, and they have a great career. Now, the people we see on television, here on the radio, see at these award shows, that is the 1% of the 1% of entertainers across the world. There's these other entertainers who built their cult following, and they have a great, thriving career. They may not be on the radio, they may not be on TV, they may not have a show in the theater, they may not have a show in Vegas, but these individuals have their following, they've found their niche, and they're doing extremely well, not just financially, but they have that creative freedom that they're not locked into if they were these A-listers and they're signed to these labels or these movie studios or these TV studios, that they kind of control what you do, how you do it, and all that. But as an artist, we like to have this creative freedom about ourselves. And so when you're in another space, you have that creative freedom. And the other thing is, everyone is not in your business. Everyone doesn't care about who you're dating, what you're eating, if you had a bad day, and everything like that. So it's a nice space to be in, because if you think about it, that's a lot of pressure if you are a A-list celebrity and you cannot walk out your home and go to the market or play in a park with your children without paparazzi in your face or without fans coming in your face. And it's cool at first, and it gets a little tired, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you said all those things, because actually you really answered my next question about entertainment and business. And I do agree with you. It's very important to actually know. You already know, like a person that's an artist, they know they have the talent and the spirit and the drive to express themselves express themselves in their creativity. But it's the part about the business, that a
Right.
lot of people don't understand. And it's like 80% business and 20%, like you said, that 1% is what you're seeing on TV. And it's this huge machine of business people and accountants and agents and lawyers and all that that's making this stuff happen.
Right. And
And I'm glad you said that.
you know what's the difference between a celebrity and someone you never heard of? The
Mm,
difference is not talent, because you have to have talent to be successful. It's luck. It's luck. The right person at the right time, or they took advantage of an opportunity, and that person said, "Okay, boom," and they end up becoming one of these A-listers, celebrities, singers, dancers, magicians, whatever. It's luck. It's luck. It's not to say that they don't have to do the work, but it's really luck. Because if you notice, there are a lot of talented people in Philadelphia, and you think, like, wow, how come they're not? They should be. And Philadelphia has some amazing singers,
yeah.
amazing artists. I'm talking about visual artists, amazing DJs, and
Yeah.
all that. And they're really talented, and they're doing their thing, and they're great. It's just that they didn't come across the right opportunity, the right person didn't see them. And for some people, it will happen, but for others, it won't. But they'll still be fine and happy because they're living their life doing what they love and enjoy and passionate about. That leads me to the other thing about business. Because people often ask me, how do you get to a certain level? And I said, if you really want to be successful, and I'm not talking about chasing the fame, if that comes, that comes. That's great. That's icing on the cake. So don't get me wrong in saying that I'm downplaying that. But you need passion, talent, and temperament. See, we're all passionate about something. Uh, some people, singers, they could tell you everything about different singing styles and musical arrangements and concerts and all that. They're passionate about it. They can sit and talk about it for days, hours. But then talent. Now, talent is something that you develop. You learn. Some people, it's natural. It's a gift for them. It's natural to them. You hone your skills, your talent. But temperament is the third thing, and that's the key thing. Temperament is, hey, if I want to be a magician, traveling the world performing, if I want to be a singer, singing, making a living singing, if I want to be a dancer doing that, do I have the temperament to do the things that I need to do? Do I have the temperament to rehearse, practice? Do I have the temperament to go to these auditions and be rejected several times and just come back and shake it off? Do I have the temperament once I get there or reach that goal? Oh, I'm on Broadway. I'm singing and acting. Yo, this is a run. This is a 2-year run. Every day for 2 years, you're going to be singing and acting in the same play, same lines, same songs. Do you have the temperament to do that? That's the thing. Now, if you have all three of those things, I guarantee you will be successful in doing what you want to do. And that's not just for entertainment, that's for anything.
Great. That's really, really good advice.
Uh,
Um, I wanted to also ask, do you have any upcoming events or performances happening?
Yeah. Yes. And the reason why I hesitated is because this weekend I have 3 private events. I'm also hired to for
Oh,
private events. Actually, Sunday, I will be performing in New York City. That's a public event. It's called SCAM, SCAM. Google SCAM. Uh, I will be performing in New York City this Sunday. So anyone who's listening or will be listening, check that out. SCAM, look that up. I will be performing in New York City this Sunday. Now, I just started my college tour. And actually, I just got back from Jackson, Tennessee this afternoon. I had a performance last night. So I know in the upcoming weeks, I will be in Florida, Louisiana, and back to Florida, and I think somewhere in the Midwest. And I got a couple other dates lined up. So I started my college tour where I'm performing at colleges and universities across the country. And those are public shows. So if you go to my website, well, actually, you know what? I just posted my schedule on my Instagram page. I
okay.
think it's like the second to the last photo I just put up. And you can see, and if you're interested, if you're in that area, DM me, hit me up, and you can come in as my guest.
Oh, okay. Great. So you're actually on like kind of like you're on a tour, right?
Yes, I'm on a tour. Yes.
You're on a tour,
Yes.
yes. So do you currently reside in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or you live in another town, or
You know what?
if you don't want to share that with us, you don't have to. I don't want to make it like
I'm,
you
I'm,
have to share it.
I'm across the bridge in Jersey, but I always would claim Philadelphia. I'm ride or die Philadelphia. Philadelphia has made me, so I will always claim Philadelphia. And I spend more time in Philadelphia than I do in Jersey anyway.
Okay. Great. So if you had the chance to collaborate with any artist or magician or just whoever, if you had a chance to collaborate with someone, who do you have a few people in mind that you would pick to collaborate with?
Oh, that is no. Are you talking about magicians or just any artists at all?
Uh, Magician. It can be a magician or artist. I was going to ask you. I know you do magic or you're a magician, but do you do any other occupations as well?
No, I don't do any other
Okay, so you
occupation.
do.
But if I
Okay.
but to answer your question, if any artist that I would like to collaborate, there's 2 off the bat: The Roots from Philadelphia and Erykah Badu.
Great.
And even though I'm not a singer or a rapper or anything, if somehow some creativity could come up where I'm doing something with either one of them, oh yes, definitely. I would love to do that. Definitely.
I think that would be awesome too because it like contrasts as you guys are both doing something different, but to collaborate together would be awesome. So I
And
think that was great.
especially with The Roots, I could see actually me and a poet, Bernard Collins. We just brainstormed on an idea. It's going to be around 3 months. It's a new trick. It's going to be 3 months before I have it mastered. This is the trick I would love to collaborate with The Roots because it's centered around hip hop.
Oh, wow.
That's why.
That sounds very exciting.
It's centered around hip hop. So yes, that would be something I would love to do with them if I had to collaborate with artists. Now, if I had to collaborate with magicians, that's there's a magician named Derek Delgadio. Very, very artistic, very cerebral. I would love to collaborate with him on something.
Great. So Derek, the Roots, and
No.
Erykah Badu. If anybody's out there listening or looking, happen to come across the show, then you know who Rand wants to collaborate with. So I hope to see that too.
Yeah. Put it out there in the universe. Let's manifest that.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So So due to like what happened with COVID-19 and how it affected events and live shows and pretty much everything it affected. It didn't just affect the entertainment industry, but it affected everyone.
Yes.
How have you seen like gigging and doing entertainment and stuff? How has that been going? I see you're on tour, so.
Right. You know what? A motto I had during this pandemic was adapt or die. And what can you use? And that was the beautiful thing about technology. So I shifted to doing things virtually during the pandemic. I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was an opportunity, and several other magicians did it. It's a different type of feel, but it
Mm-hmm.
still works. And it was something that was in demand from from clients. They wanted something that could break up the monotony and bring their team, their employees together. And it was a beautiful thing because I was able to expand my client base. I performed for people in England from my home. I performed for people in India from my home. I performed for people in California from my home. And so that was the beautiful thing. And here's the other thing about performing virtually. I could knock out several shows in 3 different states just being here. And I've done that several times. I had a show in New York. I had a show in Florida. I had a show in Wisconsin. Back to back, all in one day. Now, if it was a live show, there was no way possible I would be able to do those 3 shows. So I took advantage of it. And the other thing is, virtual shows are not going anywhere.
Right.
They may decrease, but they're not going anywhere. I just recently got booked for 2 shows, and they wanted specifically virtual. And one of the shows, I said, I cannot do it because I have a live show. But if you want to do it virtual, I can do it virtual because that gives me time to get back from my live show back to my home and go in my studio and set up and do the show. So it works.
Awesome, awesome. You sound like you've been very, very busy and you have a great tour coming up. And if anyone new just came into the room, could you tell, well, before I wrap up everything, could you tell everyone where they can find you at again?
Yes, you can find me on all social media platforms, and it's simple. It's Ran_Magic. That's RAN_Magic. Our website is www.randyshine.com. But I know we're going to have to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you were thinking this, but I appreciated that you didn't ask it, at least not yet. I have to do a magic trick.
I was going to ask, but I said no, Shay. Just hold off for a minute.
Yeah, I can do a magic trick. So you let me know when you want to see it, and I'll do one.
Sure. Well, yeah, I'm ready.
You're
I
ready?
definitely want to see a magic trick.
All right, you're going to see a magic trick. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to knock you off the tip. All right. Now, here's the interesting thing about cards. I want you to close your eyes. This is just an experiment, it really is. And I want you just to think of a card. Open your eyes. Were you thinking of any of the aces or any of the court cards?
No.
Oh, see, you know what? You're a different type of person. You're unique. You march to your own beat, and that's wonderful. And the reason why I say that is if you ask most people to think of a card, they will think of either one of the aces or the court cards, which are the Jack, Queen, King.
Mm-hmm.
85% of the people would think of those cards. You're different. Now, to the viewers out there, you have to agree you had no idea what I'm about to do, correct?
No, I don't have no idea what you're about to do.
5 minutes before we got on this live, I'll put one card in a particular position in this deck. I promise you, this deck is not going to leave your eyesight. What was the card you were thinking of?
Oh, you want the card that I was thinking of? The card I was thinking of was the 6 of Spades.
The 6 of Spades. This card hasn't left your eyesight, has it? This deck.
You mean, am I looking at the deck? Yeah, I'm looking at the deck.
Yes, yes. And what I'm saying is, once I grab this deck of cards, it's
Yeah,
stated,
yeah, yeah.
and you thought it is six of spades, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see these cards clearly?
Yes.
You can
Mm-hmm.
see all these cards, and can you see all the cards are facing the same direction? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And I said that I'll put one card in a different position, correct? And that position is a reverse position. There's only one card in this deck that is reversed. You were thinking of one card, and that one card that is reversed is the six of spades right there.
Oh my God! Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna have to come and see you live one day.
Yes, yes.
So I loved it interacting with magicians when I was younger when they did this on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very, very fun. So
Mm-hmm.
oh wow. So you were able to do a magic trick right here. Okay guys, I hope y'all seen that. If you didn't, you will see it on my YouTube.
You know what? You know what? I'll do one other thing. I'm gonna break a secret of magic, a rule, and that is never reveal a trick, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Okay. So, friends, everyone who's watching or will be watching, check this out. You get a dollar bill, a crisp dollar bill. You fold it left to right, up and down, left to right, up and down, and you squeeze for 3 seconds. Now, if you did all of that correctly, when you unfold that dollar bill, it will change into a $100 bill right there. A $100 bill.
Wow.
Yeah, so
And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'll be looking hard, okay, and I couldn't see anything. So y'all better get on down to on your Instagram you have your tour going on.
yes.
So I'm hoping that everybody that came in will look at your Instagram and see your tour, and we'll be able to join it and come look at it, and they'll be able to go to your website and see what you've been up to and what you've been doing. And you also do virtual tours.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Virtual tours. So basically, I am performing from my home, in your home, and whoever other guests you have. So check out my my IG. DM me if you want to know more information about where I'm performing. If you want to come to one of my shows as one of my special guests, we can talk, get you in, get some good seats, and we'll have a good time.
Awesome. Well, I wanted to thank you so much for coming on the Indie Spotlight Philly. I would just remember a few of your tricks and I'm a little speechless, so I'm still trying to stay focused.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to stay focused. Okay. So I want everyone to check out Rand Magic on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and everything, and check out all that he has going on, his tours and everything like that. And also your website, you were saying again.
It's www.randyshine.com. That's RANDYSHINE.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And I also want to thank everybody that viewed. Okay. And definitely, we all need a little bit of magic in our life. And it's definitely something that can definitely help you with the pandemic. Okay.
Yes,
It's definitely really like brightens up and makes sure brightens up your mental health, But thank you so much. And I hope you have a good night, Randy.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Peace. Take care.